Yeah, well, I'm 39. I'm 39 years old. I hate to say that I, look it. I think I look pretty good, but well, I went to the Du Bois Business College. I have a 2-year degree in business, and I've been a secretary for a number of years. We went out for coffee one day, Jean and I, my friend, and she's been pretty big into this. She talks about, the church and brings these readings, with her. And, Jean says to me that, maybe I'd be interested in participating in this program. So it involves, writing letters and sending books and different, literature and things about the church to the inmates. And, everybody's assigned an inmate. And, I got assigned to Joe. Started corresponding a little bit here and there, but then we actually decided that we would actually go and use the e-meter to do an audit and all of that sort of thing. Oh, I was pretty much a wreck, and and Joe's there, and he's standing there looking at me with his dark eyes, and he just looks at me. It gives me this feeling, and now I knew it was him before they even said it was. We just looked at each other, and it's one of those things, that kind of connection that you have once in a lifetime with somebody. We were just corresponding all kinds of literature and things, and then it kind of got a little more, it turned into a little more from there. And, we started sending, I guess you could say, sort of like love letters almost. And that's kind of how it all happened. And we ended up married. I know what they say he did, and I hate to read the papers. It breaks my heart, because he's a good man. He's always had good intentions his whole life. I'm perfectly fine being home a lot, and I take care of my cat. And I got Joe that I talk to, and that's really all I need. I know it wasn't the ideal wedding, but it doesn't matter, because we are, it's hard to find people who, are so deeply in love and devoted to one another, such as myself and Joe. And all I wanted to do was, even hold his hand for a moment. And really that was just, it pretty much happened, behind the looking glass. And he couldn't even put the ring on my finger. I couldn't hang out too long. He basically, the guard didn't take me away, and I guess he with his job there making the license plates, they were requesting him to come back to work, and it was just like a regular day. So, once they got me shuffled out of there, I sat in my car for a long, long time and just tried to remember that, those couple of moments we had. And then I drove home. It was just a regular evening.
Country 103. Gosh, that's gorgeous.
When I first saw you, I saw love. And the first time you touched me, I felt love. Yeah. Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I'll bet they'll never make it. But just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. Still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. Still the one I want for love. Still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. Still the one I kiss goodnight. I'm so glad we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.